is actually a male from the Catherine and Bill lineage, which is Chinese and Japanese as the origination of Catherine and Bill, my aunt and uncle. But yeah, women were going to use the exploitation of Catherine with a hard K. C is a soft letter. Khan. Genghis Khan would be a Chinese reference that Uncle Bill might have been related to. So having Uncle Bill be a family member of Genghis Khan, the females who ended up being gestated, because not born out of women's wombs, in that lineage, they've taken to being black, but looking like my cousin Karen and Kiki, well, not Kiki, Debbie. So that means Portuguese is probably in there, because Pocho is the Hawaiian word for Portuguese. Whew. So Pocho would not be descended from Genghis Khan. Catherine would be the wife that was created for him, because Catherine is a letter with a hard K. It's not flexible like CH would be ch, like Bill's Ching last name. KH would be k, which is kind of an even harder K for Genghis Khan. And here's all the mysteries being rolled out. Brothers and sisters. Oh, that's another color. The men are supposed to have female supporters who conflict with another man's female supporters, and he doesn't even know that he started an international war. Because regular society, because we don't fixate on who's going to offend against us. But a lot of us have family members who are in law enforcement. Those guys do have 24 hours the approach that somebody's going to offend against them, because they have to protect their employer from having had that happen. Whew. Kind of wow, huh? Ooh, that was a long walk. Not there yet. Still have a way to go. There was only one man who gave me permission to go to the store, and so all the other men tying back up to him as the guy who said yes to me going and walking and buying flour. Oh, they'll have like minor disgruntlednesses, but when you're talking about women obviously being not within their rights, trying to starve a person by saying that pizza does not have a right to be delivered if she's paying cash, that's a violation against the company owner in regards to his genderless customer, Almighty Cash. That is the end all be all as far as businesses go, and these women know that. They're not looking to be good. They're looking to be tough. So their assumption is that there's no good women left out there. my going with their assumption has the women that they would normally try to beat up not be revealed, because they just kind of mind their own business. They can be either afraid of those women, or they can be on board with those women. Either one doesn't matter to those women. They're just looking for power to be exerted over opposition. My dad played Risk with me when I was a kid, and Monopoly, but mostly Risk. My cousin Richard was the one who played Monopoly with me most. And we did jigsaw puzzles. So jigsaw puzzles make it easy for me to see how these cruise ships could have been added to landmass as far as the aircraft carriers. And as long as the hull is cut so that boat is no longer saleable, that's an increase to landmass or an increase to the aircraft carrier. Whew. Instead of that being considered a ship anymore. It's handy because you just float more staterooms as the financial insolvency increases. It doesn't matter whether the financial insolvency is intentional and who it's created by. As far as nonprofit organizations, their focus is supposed to be on the fact that the financial insolvency exists. So nonprofits, aircraft carriers that say bring us your weak and your weary, they would only be focusing on there being somebody that they're aware of who doesn't have a means to provide for themselves existing. That he had spaces available and was not proactive in bringing those to him. So those women in their shipboard credits would claim in a pinch, we have ability to pay. We can afford to live on the mainland. Swap us out and take in those who are financially insecure. You just have to get our shipboard credits that we worked for approved as legal U.S. tender. And that's just not going to happen. It's all part of their criminal conspiracy, criminal plot. Some way that they were able to onboard last minute worker girls who worked in coffee shops and so forth into coming on board with their buy-in. This is 100% of women, except for the one who's going to get elected. Those women were probably only recruited in 2018 or 2019, and gradually, so they wouldn't see it coming, that they're going to have a lot of punishments for being part of that, and they're potentially going to get killed for having participated in that, because assassination is not something that can be tolerated by this country. We have only one elected president in any presidential term. Okay, I'm almost there. It's 39 minutes. so far. Oh, I'm tired. I've not eaten, but I had change. And flour at Trader Joe's is only $2.99. Thank God. Okay. Here we are. Here's the front. Ooh. Keeping everything as is, so the wrong people don't try to come here before the right people do, and then the right people just have to stand by because they're not trying to create conflict. There's Samurai, what's left of him. Thanks. So, hey. How do I turn this camera? I guess I can't turn the camera. Oh, how was that He-Man premiere? I hope the men ate. Women often keep the men from eating, and it's they gotta go, they gotta go, they gotta go. So that way she's always using food depravity with the ability to, in a pinch, claim him insolvent, financially insolvent.
No, in fact, with the FBI memo, the SPLC has suggested that the Catechism of the Catholic Church is itself a hateful document. It's
Okay.
I'm a Catholic. I resent that, Ms. Wiley. I'm not a hateful person. I don't know anybody. I resent that. And so do a lot of Catholics, and so do a lot of people.
Oh, here we go.
We talk about the president's attack on the public.
Oh, shit. Come on, can we just sit? There we go. Here's Senator Van Drew.
I'm losing my time here, but how does an organization maintain credibility as an authority on extremism?
This might be live.
Serious concerns being raised about its own extremism, its
Even
own
though if I
judgments,
say
and its own activities. Real quick, Mr. O'Neill, Mr. Perkins, and this is Dr. Swain.
hi,
Go.
I can say that they did by
If I say
2009
that,
they had already deviated
it'll
and
say the
started
live event
targeting
is over.
conservatives, and I would say that they were so effective
So,
at eliminating hate groups
the
that
women
they had
have
to
been
find
using the
new people to label new organizations. That's the
chat
problem.
You're right.
feature
Go back to your original
as
mission.
a
I
means
have
to get
two
people
UCs.
to abandon
What do you see?
Mr. Chairman, point of order, just so
program
we're clear, that was 1 minute
and
over.
have
as
them
we
be
move
able
Ms.
to
Valens'
close it
item.
off
With the time.
I
and
just wanna
say
make sure we're
nobody
doing
else
equally.
is
That's
allowed
all.
to
So,
enter the
correct.
chat.
Moving to IVs from Mr. Van Drew.
So
UCs from
that
the
once
General
those
Assembly,
remaining
then we're
6
actually gonna
people
go
are
vote,
out,
and then we'll come back
this
once votes
ends.
are completed.
It
Gentleman from
stops
New Jersey,
being
UC.
acknowledged by
UC
YouTube.
from Moms for Liberty,
And they can't do
it is
that.
entitled "The Justice Department Announced Indictment Against
So,
Southern Poverty Law Center." A UC from Tyler O'Neill.
They're not listening in
on
regards to a lot of
2026,
things that they
Democrats
can't
beclown
do.
themselves by defending SPLC.
But they're doing it
Another one
anyway.
From Mr. O'Neill, however bad you think Biden's DOJ was, new documents show
All right,
it was even
there's
worse.
43
Thank you,
minutes and
Chairman.
42
Gentleman is back. Gentleman from
seconds.
Pennsylvania, recognized.
I'll end it on
Mr. Chairman. I
44.
have a unanimous consent request to introduce an article from The Hill dated September 17th, 2025. DOJ quietly removes studies showing right-wing attacks outpace those by the
She's
left.
not wearing what she's supposed to be or sitting where she's supposed to
An
be.
article
Scanlon.
from the Washington